doing what you're doing and not get called out. It's unfortunate that he gave us the stick to beat him with.
Of the freedom of speech.
The other side of the non-disclosure agreements, the agreements. Mark your New Year's 2022 calendar for January 2nd, 2022. Vicky Dillard, the Goddess Guru, is taking you deeper into your cosmic DNA powers that NASA and the U.S. government knows all about. Go now. Register your Royal Bloodline Vault Passcodes webinar activation at onpurposewithvicky.com. Honor your ancestors at the start of your year, and they will grant you divine advantages all year long. Your ancestors left you an inside vault that you need the passcodes to. Don't you dare miss this shift. That will bless your life for years to come. Register now at www.onpurpose.
Right now, Bill Cosby, this was a show that he was supposed to had produced, but they said he was never really at the set.
Never.
That to talk about that and talk about later on, him, being accused, locked up, police. Talk about that if you may.
Cool. I have a story too that at the time I did a article in People magazine, and my thing is because I'm coming from the East Coast, so this dark and light thing, I don't know it. I don't know it. It's not familiar to me. Right. So I put in People, that people were saying there was a dark skinned woman on the show, A Different World, and I was like, I'm honored if you got, hey, that's great. And so Bill had come in one time, right? One time Bill came in and he said, "Here's our designated darkie." I said, "Excuse my French." I said, "Fuck you, Bill." Fuck you. So everybody thought that I was going to get fired. He invited me to the set. Really wonderful. He talked to me about certain things. And one thing he told me, which I will hold true, nobody's going to give you anything. Nobody. You have to work very hard at what you do. And then after that, pay it forward. Right. Out of that conversation, I was there for an hour. That's what I got out of it. Now, dealing with what's happening today, it's sad. It's really sad. It hurts me that it got to this. It's like a double-edged sword because with me, I just want people to separate the actor from the man. And I think that everybody's meshing it because you cannot take away how great he is on the Cosby Show and all the things he's done. But you can understand on the other side, he screwed up. Bottom line, he screwed up. But you cannot cancel him and you can't not love him because of what happened. I'm disappointed in what happened. I pray for the women, that he did this to. I pray for him but I won't. I did. I messed up one time. No, I didn't mess up. I said what I said. They were saying, all of some of the black colleges were taking down his stuff. I said, well, give him back his money.
Yeah,
that's a fact.
Give it back. If that's what it is, give it back. Mm-hmm. I mean, that money was there to help people. So now you're going to join the gang, and that's what scares me. That cancel culture crap. That's a weird thing to me. But Bill Cosby will always be. I'm grateful, for the opportunity, but I'm saddened, that it happened that way. That I don't know what he was thinking, but I love him, right. And Godspeed. I just pray for him and his family.
Do you feel like he was targeted because like what he meant, as being a black role model, and then even the Different World putting that show together? I heard he was like very instrumental on making sure it was done the right way to show us in a positive light. So you think that he was maybe targeted and they blew it up more than it really was?
Yeah, karma's a mug. You can't keep doing what you're doing and not get called out. It's unfortunate that he gave us the stick to beat him with.
Damn, that's real. Unfortunately, yeah. A lot of people we love him, so
I love him, man.
Yeah, and love Bill. We were at the All Black National Convention, and shout out to Dr. Boyce Watkins, who threw an incredible event in Orlando, Florida. And one of the questions we did we did panels, and then it was like a Q&A session on various panels. And one of the questions were, given the power of the black family and the black dynamic,
and Bill Cosby going through what he went through, and now that legacy being tarnished, and us seemingly not being able to see the Cosby Show and different things that he was around because of that situation.
Right.
Is it detrimental to us? Do we still need that? How important was those images on TV?
It was so important.
To him?
And that's what disappoints me, because it was so important to see a mother and a father, professionals, with kids that have faults.
Yeah.
It was dysfunctional, but it was lovely. It was a good dysfunction.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And so to have that and to see that, it was almost like back in the 70s, and I don't know you guys how old you are, but back, it's like in the 70s, Black Power. We were so proud of who we were.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we had the afros, we had the thing, but I don't know what happened, but I mean, then we kind of stunk, and then Bill Cosby came in, and it gave us hope again, light. And now this happened, and I'm hoping that once again God will give us another reprieve, and bring us up. I mean, because it's getting crazy out there. I don't mind us having choices, because we never had choices. Like I tell people with Spielberg, they all had chances to get it wrong before they got it right. With us, we have a movie coming out. It's bash, but let them get their wings. So I'm thinking, so right now, what I'm getting at is, I know that the shows right now, because I've been watching a lot of them, I support them, all about drugs, relationships, it's just craziness in the streets. But the thing is this, let them do that. There's room for that. But we have to come up with other options so people have choices.
Yes.
So don't bash that. Just don't that's just another aspect of who we are. And let's get back to let's get back to that, and have an option. Because right now we don't have any options.
Yeah.
When you look at these shows, though, like the Bill Cosby Show, Martin, Family Matters, all these different shows, it shows you that there's a market for that. Because how you just say, have you got all this degradation? So what happened to all those good shows that showed us in a positive light, as opposed to the Love and Hip Hops and all the other stuff that showed us terrible light? So what happened to those, in your opinion?
I think that's what happened, the transition. And what saddened to me is, I mean, who's in charge of these reality shows? Because I don't watch them. I mean, if it's Black people, I'm appalled.
Right.
Because I know it's reality, and I know you had to get that check, and I understand that, but it's gotten so big that our children are thinking that it's okay, to degrade each other and do all this stuff and yell and fight and scream. Right. I think that I'm gonna go a little deeper. I really believe, God is really. I think he's tired. I think he's really tired, and he wants us to see what we created. It's almost like in the Bible, who's in the king? They wanted a king, and he was like, "You don't need a king," but he was like, "Okay, you want a king? Here you go." That's how I feel it's happening. It's like, we want ratchet, we want this, we want that. No, we don't, but a large portion does. And so God said, "Okay, I'm gonna give it to you." And look what happens. Look what happens. I mean, it's just, I'm afraid for rappers. I'm afraid.
Nigga said, "Oh God, you the man, Cass." I spit white like a clan mask, and I'm a hustler. I could stand out on the beach and sell sandbags. Some things can't last, but this ain't just a podcast. This is Sam Ant and Oak Podcast. Hip Hop Uncensored is the vibe, so subscribe. Hip Hop Uncensored is the vibe, so subscribe. Oh God, driving, Sam Ant riding passenger side, and you heard it out the mouth of the greatest rapper alive. Hip Hop Uncensored is the vibe, so subscribe. Hip Hop Uncensored is the vibe, so subscribe. Oh God, driving, Sam Ant riding passenger side, and you heard it out the mouth of the greatest rapper alive. Go gang.